Okay, so she's just not that into you, which kind of sucks. And no matter how hard you force it, you can't make it happen. So now I'm going to be brutally honest with you. You are the common denominator in your life. And the sooner that you realize the truth is the sooner that you can turn this around. Women don't say no for no reason. And if you are constantly being rejected, then we need to look at the why, but also the what with what you're doing wrong in order to be able to fix this. Welcome back. I'm Renee Slansky for the Attractive Man team. And in this video, I'm going to reveal to you the 5 possible reasons why women are rejecting you and how you can turn it all around so that you become the one they desire and chase. I've spent years coaching women, so I literally have all the secrets of the women's insights mind of what it is that they need and desire in order to be able to say yes to a guy and feel attractive to a guy. And what I want to do is give you all of this advice for free. So if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do so now, turn on your notifications and give us a big thumbs up. Rejection hurts because it makes us feel inadequate as a person, or also gives us a sense of displacement and maybe makes us feel that we don't have the potential for the type of relationship that we really want. In essence, it knocks about our self-esteem and our confidence and overall pretty much makes us feel like crap. But let's be honest, we're not going to be everyone's cup of tea and there's always going to be some sort of rejection in life and in love. And that's okay. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that we are minimizing that rejection so that we're not constantly getting the same sort of battle over and over again. So here are the 5 common reasons why women reject men, and I'm also going to give you some solutions on what to do every single time so that you can minimize that rejection. Plus, if you stay to the end, I've got a cool little bonus for you as well. So let's start. Number 1, you're coming across either too strong or not strong enough. Now, it's kind of like a bit of an oxymoron, but there is a fine line in being able to project the right sort of energy that makes a woman feel that you are a man with a plan, a man with direction and confidence, but at the same time, you're not overbearing or trying to control us, and you're giving us some options to be able to move as well. We as women really crave seeing you men step into that masculine leader mentality or that masculine energy as such. We want to know that you are decisive and that you are confident in your decisions, because what it does is it actually triggers our femininity within us and draws us closer to you. If you're coming across as a man that doesn't have any sort of direction, where you can't make plans about the date or you can't make a decision about whether or not you do want to date us, then we're going to assume that if you can't control just something as simple as that, then you're not going to be able to control other areas in your life, which are important when we're thinking about the future. Because as women, we're always jumping the gun in our heads. At the same time, if you come across as overbearing or egotistical, or all you want to do is control because you're trying to impress us too much, we're going to see it as really a big turn-off, because it's going to make us feel either unsafe or undervalued. And so it's really important to try and find that balance as coming across as a masculine, confident man, but not overly aggressive. So what is the solution? The solution is basically use her indication as a guide for your next step. For instance, if you find that she's pulling back, then maybe you need to up the ante a little bit more and take a little bit more control. Say that you've already picked out the restaurant, say that you've already picked out the ideal date. Show her that you are a man with a plan. Or if her reaction is kind of something scared or something where she's putting up a wall because she feels that you are coming on too strong, then you need to scale it back a little bit and then ask her questions. Because when you ask women questions, it automatically triggers within us that you actually care about what it is that we feel and want. Number 2, you are friend zoning yourself. Now, there's nothing worse than being in the friend zone, because really you don't want to be there. You want to be someone more. You want to be the person who she actually goes crazy about and desires. Just because she's decided that she's going to friend zone you doesn't mean that you can't change her mind. Women just need a little bit of convincing sometimes, because what you need to do is trigger a feminine instinct within her, which actually makes her see you in a different light. You see, if you're coming across as too nice or too safe or too boring, then automatically she's going to put you in the basket of, he's just a nice guy, I'm just going to stay friends with him, and it's going to be platonic. It is harder once you're deep in the friend zone to be able to get out of it, and trying to force yourself on her or just grab her and kiss her probably isn't going to have the sort of reaction that you want. So what you need to do is you need to identify straight away if she is starting to friend zone you. And the way that you will know this is that she will refer to you more as a friend rather than a boyfriend, that she will brush off any sort of flirting. There won't be any sort of sexual tension between you two, and she'll actually start to talk about dating other guys around you. That's when you know you're deep in the friend zone. So in order to be able to get out of the friend zone, this is what you need to do. The first thing you need to do is not be so available, because if you're available, you're basically turning into a bit of a yes man. You're turning into the man that she can always rely on because you're always going to be there. She wants to know that she can rely on you, but that should actually come later on down the track. In the meantime, you almost have to keep her on her toes a little in order to be able to get her intrigued and excited by you, because what you're doing is you're offering her this tempting sort of mystery about yourself. Don't always say yes to whatever it is that she wants. Don't always be there when she needs you to. Make sure you've got that gap, because what that gap does, it creates room for her to be able to chase you, for her to be intrigued by you. If you're always there by her side, if you're always just hanging around and doing whatever it is that she wants, then really she's not going to see any sort of potential of a romantic relationship with you, because you're going to come across too safe and too easy. The third thing that is holding you back from having these women say yes to you is your lack of confidence. Guys, we know that you love a confident woman. You know what? We're exactly the same. We really look for confident men. And you know what? Confidence for us and being attracted to a confident man doesn't even necessarily have anything to do about how he looks. That's why I know so many women out there who are more likely to date someone who maybe isn't typically as good looking but has more confidence than someone who is good looking and has no confidence at all. Because confidence to us represents the fact that you feel that you can take control. And we like that. We as women want to be led. We want to know that we can really see you as a man who can lead us, who can love us, and who can also give us a sense of direction. It gives us almost this sense of being this damsel in distress, which we have as this romantic notion attached to dating and finding love. If you're someone who really lacks in confidence, whether it is the confidence of knowing what to say to her, the right sort of words, or maybe just your body language, or maybe the confidence to even ask her out in the first place, and it's actually going to come across stronger than you think, and it's not going to be a turn on for us. So the solution, of course, is then about increasing your confidence. Now, increasing your confidence isn't something that happens overnight. It's something that happens gradually, because what you do is when you start to put certain strategies in place, whether it is becoming educated, becoming prepared, having a plan, because that gives you a sense of control, which in turn gives you a sense of confidence. Also adjusting your body language, lowering your voice, all those little things help build confidence. Then what you'll do is you'll have a positive reaction. And a positive reaction, again, affirms what you're doing and affirms who you are. And in time, that will actually increase your confidence. Number 4, you're not putting in enough effort. Now, I did a poll recently with thousands of women, and I asked them what is one of the major things that really turns women off, or what is one of the things that they really kind of wish men did. And the answer was that they wish that men put in more effort. Now, don't confuse effort with money. Okay, don't assume that you have to go and spend lots of money on her or have all this fancy sort of stuff in order to be able to impress her. Girls care more about the thought behind the action than the action itself. Women will say no to you if she feels that you aren't invested into her. And the best way to show that you are invested in getting to know her and valuing her is by putting in effort. Effort in the way that you communicate with her, effort in the way that you treat her, and effort into planning the dates as well. The solution to this then is really simple. All you need to do is make sure that you're paying attention to the details. What is it that she likes? Maybe there's a certain tea, maybe there's a certain drink, maybe she mentioned something in a comment, and by you listening to what it is that she said and then doing some sort of action centered around what it is that she said, she's actually going to feel incredibly valued and prioritized, and she's actually going to see you put effort into action. And lastly, number 5, you're trying too hard. It's almost like you need need to put in effort, like point number 4, but at the same time, if you're trying too hard, that is actually a major turnoff, which is ridiculous, right? Because we're always saying we want him to put in effort and we want him to chase us, and then as soon as he does, we're like, oh no, it's too much, he's too clingy. You guys don't want someone clingy? We don't want someone clingy. We want to know that you're putting in this effort, but at the same time, we also crave a little bit of a chase, because otherwise you're too available to us and you're too easy to us, and you're not giving us that sense of danger and excitement and adventure, which is what we really crave as well. It's not to say that you have to pull back and play games, because I personally don't believe that playing games is going to be able to give you the foundation to make the right decisions in order to be able to build a healthy relationship. But at the same time, understand that a little bit of chase, a little bit of mystery, of not going too full on, but actually biding your time to woo her and setting a nice sort of pace in order to be able to create mystery and create intrigue and create excitement about you is going to get her thinking about you all the time. It's going to get her craving you, because she's going to want more. Giving her a little bit at a time is almost like whetting her appetite. If you're constantly always just being a puppy dog around her, if you're being really clingy, if you're messaging her every single second, then we're basically going to think that you're just like too full on and that you want too much, especially if we don't really know you. It's one thing to act like you're in a committed relationship when you're actually in a committed relationship, and it's another thing to act like you're in a committed relationship when you're only just getting to know the person for the very first time. The solution, of course, is pacing yourself by not being available all the time and understanding that having a little bit of time, a little bit of mystery, and giving her a bit at a time in order to be able to create that chase is actually going to do you a massive favor.
Let's go get coffee, but only for 10 minutes, then I have to go.
Tease her with who you are and the potential you have to offer. Now, lastly, guys, I will say this. We're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And as I said, rejection is kind of a part of life. Try not to see it so much as rejection, but as redirection to someone better who is actually going to value you for you. It's important not to get stuck in that moment of defeat and rejection and start getting in your own brain about it. Try to just learn what you can from it and then move on and realize that you can use whatever knowledge you have from that last situation to your advantage to actually make sure that it doesn't happen again. Now, if you are someone who struggles with confidence and being able to approach beautiful women or stressful situations when it comes to really knowing what to do as being able to come across as that masculine leader and that confident man, then I really recommend that you do something about it right now and you download Matt's Confident Cheat Sheet. Now, this has 18 proven ways which are based on science and psychology, which help you increase your confidence when it comes to approaching women and knowing what to do when you're going on a date with a woman. All you need to do to download that is simply click on the image on the right-hand side of the video below. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on those notifications, because I have so many amazing insights into what it is that women want, what it is that we crave from a man, and how you can turn it all around to become a confident and desirable guy. Now, as usual, I would love to hear from you guys. So put your comments down below on what area it is that you struggle with rejection, or if you have a particular question that you want us to answer, let me know about it, because this is what we're here for. Don't forget to share this video with a mate who maybe needs a little bit of a confidence boost. And until next time, bye for now.